I had mentioned in a previous video that Bubba Sparxxx had some connections to the Dungeon family, and I want to go a little bit more in depth with that here. Bubba Sparxxx was a big rapper in the early 2000s from LaGrange, Georgia, and he's closely affiliated with Timbaland, who handled a lot of his production. But what a lot of people don't know is he's also very closely affiliated with the Dungeon family. In fact, he's Dungeon family generation 2. Here you can see him with his DF chain. On his first album, Dark Days, Bright Nights, he had 2 Organized Noize production credits as well as a Sleepy Brown feature. Then on his second album, Deliverance, he had 4 Organized Noize beat placements, a Big Rube feature, and 2 Sleepy Brown features. One of the songs Sleepy Brown was featured on was called New South. Bubba has New South tatted on his arms, and it was a popular phrase which he coined, which is interesting because Cool Breeze, another member of the Dungeon family, about 10 years prior, had coined the term Dirty South. Bubba Sparxxx was featured on the one and only Dungeon family album Even in Darkness for the track White Guts. Many people don't know this, but Big Boi and Andre actually had a record label called Aquemini Records, and they were going to sign artists there. But then Andre didn't want to do that anymore, so Big Boi started Purple Ribbon All Stars, a new record label where he was going to be putting on new and old artists. A lot of people don't know this, but Andre 3000 and Big Boi had a record label called Aquemini Records, and they were going to sign artists such as Slim Calhoun and Killer Mike to that label. But then Andre didn't want anything to do with it, so Big Boi started the Purple Ribbon All Stars, a new record label where he'd be putting on old and new artists, including Killer Mike, Janelle Monáe, and Bubba Sparxxx, who you can see in the corner of this album. He was on the song Claremont Lounge featuring Killer Mike and Cool Breeze. For Bubba Sparxx's third album, The Charm, it was actually released under Purple Ribbon Records, and Big Boi served as the executive producer, and he even made a beat for one of the songs on the album. This was the album that had Miss New Booty that really took Bubba to another level of stardom. Nowadays, Bubba Sparxxx is under Yellow Wolf's Slamerican imprint, along with another fellow Dirty South legend, DJ Paul.